Hi guys, myself Meenal Jain. We are continuing with the session of differentiation. In this session, we'll study about the geometrical meaning of derivatives. For that, obviously the geometrical meaning, so we need to see that as of diagram. Suppose this is your x-axis and this is your y-axis. This is a origin. This is any of the curve y is equal to fx. I just take let y is equal to fx be any function. Now consider P any point lying on the curve fx such that P is lying at a distance of x is equal to a from the origin. That means the x coordinate of P is a. It is lying at a distance of a from the origin. Now obviously the x coordinate is a. So we can substitute x is equal to a here in this fx to get the value of y. So we will get y is equal to f of a. Y is f of a. So we are getting a comma fa are the coordinates of point P. Now consider another point Q. On the little right hand side of the point P at a difference of h such that the x coordinate would be a plus h, where h is your small change. So the coordinate of q will become the value of x is a plus h, and substituting this a plus h here, we are getting y is equal to f a plus h. F a plus h. So the coordinates of q are a plus h and f a plus h. Now consider a point R on the little left hand side of the point P such that the x point is a minus h. So x coordinate we can write a minus h. Substitute this a minus h here, we are getting y as f a minus h. So we got all the three coordinate, that is of P, Q and R, where Q and R are the neighboring points of P towards the right and left side with a change h. This is same I have written here what I have explained to you, that is Q and R are the neighboring points of P towards the little right and left hand side of the point P with a change of h. Now join this PQ and join this PR. So we are getting this as secant PQ and secant PR. We know the endpoints of this secant PQ. So you know the definition, when two endpoints are given as x1 y1 and x2 y2, the slope is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. This concept we are using here in order to find out the slope of secant PQ and slope of secant PR. Therefore, slope of secant PQ is equal to, the y coordinate is f a plus h minus fa upon a plus h minus a. In denominator, this a and a will get cancelled. This gives you fa plus h minus fa upon h. Consider this as first equation. Similarly, slope of secant PR. Again, this would be y2 is your fa minus h, y1 is your fa, and x2 is your a minus h, x1 is your a. So using this formula, fa minus h minus fa upon a minus h minus a and a will get cancelled. This gives you fa minus h minus fa upon minus h. Consider this as second equation. Now again see the diagram. Suppose this is your h distance, and if we are decreasing this h, or we are making this h as very smaller such that h tends to 0. So obviously when this distance will become 0, this point Q will lies on the point P. Q will automatically approaches to the point P, and this secant PQ won't exist then, and there would be only one tangent at a point P will exist. I'm repeating once again, when this distance h will become very smaller such that h tends to 0, then this point Q will lies on the point P. So this secant will then convert into a tangent. So instead of the slope of secant PQ, will get then slope of tangent at a point P. So in statement we can write down this: when we make h smaller, that is h tends to 0, Q approaches to P, the secant converges or converted to the tangent at P. So this first equation will then become, take the limit, because this is limit only when h tends to 0, Q approaches to P. Here in the left hand side, Q approaches to P, slope of secant PQ is equal to limit h tends to 0 in the formula fa plus h minus fa upon h. Understood, guys? This is limit Q approaches to P. This Q approaches to P, then the slope of secant PQ will then converted into the slope of tangent, and the formula will become limit h tends to 0, because h become very smaller, that is tends to 0, of right hand side fa plus h minus fa upon h. This will gives you f dash a, that is your slope of tangent. Therefore we can write, we get slope of tangent at P is equal to f dash a if limit exists. That is a derivative of a function y is equal to fx at P. P can be anything, x1, y1 standard form, anything whatever given in the question, is the slope of tangent at that point on the curve. Similarly, you can write down for the second equation. It means the same, that is limit, here r approaches to P, r approaches to P, slope of secant PR, slope of secant PR is equal to limit h tends to 0, f a plus h, sorry, a minus h, f a minus h minus f a upon minus h, that is equal to f dash a. This is your a minus h. So this gives you again f dash a, that is the slope of the tangent at a point P at any given point P x1 y1 when the coordinates are given to you. So this is the explanation of geometrical meaning of derivative. I'll take a small example for this. Example, if y is equal to x square plus 3x plus 2, then find the slope of the tangent at 2, 3. This is the question given to you. So here the equation is given or function is given to you, y is equal to x square plus 3x plus 2. Pointer given to you x1, y1, that is 2, 3. You have to find out the slope of tangent. So from this definition we have studied right now, we need to find out dy by dx. dy by dx first. So dy by dx is 2x plus 3. Now dy by dx at point 2, 3. The value of x is 2 and the value of y is 3. So here in this equation substitute in place of x and y. Here y is not existing, so substitute at x, that is 2, x value is 2 plus 3. So 4 plus 3, that is equal to 7. Slope of the tangent is 7. The slope can also be denoted by m. You can write down m is equal to 7. That is the slope of the tangent at the given point 2, 3 for the given curve. This is by the same definition we have studied just now by the geometrical explanation of the derivatives. That's all for this session, guys. Thank you so much. If you have any queries, do ask in the comment box. In the next session, we'll continue with derivatives of inverse function. Till then, stay tuned. Love maths, solve maths. Bye.